Let's try this one more time.
Wow.
What up, Bushwick? What up, Brooklyn?
Yeah.
Cap.
Tell them to bring me my money.
What up, Bushwick? What up, Brooklyn?
I believe we could go with episode 30. Take 2. Episode 30. Take 2.
Yeah, man.
Let's try that again. But at least the connection is proper this time.
It was chopper style.
Joe, damn, I ain't heard that in a minute. Chopper style.
I'm telling you,
Chopper style.
when I ain't got no booze in me, I feel like I'm like a walking karaoke. I've been singing like I hear, right?
I've never got. Have you ever got into karaoke? I've never
love
really got
karaoke.
into it. I can listen to people sing
I'd rather
and
do
have
karaoke.
fun.
I'd rather do karaoke than dance.
I've never sung karaoke. Like I'm not even gonna try. I'm
That's
not even gonna.
But the
make
thing is
an
that you don't gotta
attempt
sing
at
though.
it.
You could just rap. You could do like, I don't know, gin and juice or some shit like that.
Okay. I guess yeah.
You could
But
rap Biggie. It was all a dream. You know, like, do a lot of shit.
it's just those songs are such perfection, and then for me to go up there and just butcher that shit would be.
Well, the whole
like,
point is to make
hideous.
an asshole out of yourself,
Facts.
and then
Facts.
just make an asshole out of yourself.
I guess that's why I enjoy listening to other people do it. I enjoy listening to everybody else do it. I'm not doing the karaoke. I don't know,
Sign
it's
me
just
up.
not me.
There's these places in where the Mets play, that area. What is that called? No, I'm serious. What is that? Part of
no, I'm
Queens.
sorry.
What's that? Part of
Corona?
Queens? No, that's
Is
not
that Corona?
No.
Is that Flushing?
That's
That's technically Flushing. Technically, it is Flushing Meadows Park.
Is it Flushing? Maybe it is Flushing. What's the last stop on the 7 train?
I'm
Last
sorry.
stop?
Every time he just said Mets, I just heard.
Yeah, he's not even lying. Yeah, it is Flushing. Flushing. That's right. Main Street, like Main Street, Flushing, things like that.
Oh, we can start. Can we clap it up for the Mets one time?
No, that's not. There's no clapping up for
We're
the
not
Mets.
clapping it
No,
up for the
no,
Mets?
okay,
Bad.
No,
Bad.
this is what we should do for the Mets.
Bad idea.
Anyway, how was your week? We start like that.
I don't want to make fun of them because they officially eliminated, and we'll be right behind them, by the way. But they were officially eliminated today, ironically.
Again.
Of all days, Josh. Today.
All I gotta say is, all right. So then we have to talk about let's get right into baseball. Then fuck it. My weekend.
We always got to start with baseball. It's baseball.
Yeah, I
season.
was trying to get personal, Jonah. How was your week? But fuck it. Let's get right to it.
Crack. It's
Crack.
over, Crack.
It's
over.
Yeah, the Mets are
Crack is
officially. The
over.
Mets have officially
Over.
been eliminated from playoff contentions. So once
I
again,
feel like DJ Drama right
once
now.
again, it was,
RIP to the competition.
once again, it was one of those years. Well, like I told you,
Funeral service.
the Mets won.
Funeral fan.
The Mets won their fucking, and the Met fans, most Met fans, not myself included, are happy with the outcome. The fact that we beat the Yankees in the
Would you
Subway
like
Series.
a hug right now? Do you need to be consoled?
If you notice, most of the shows, my hat is to the front. For the rest of the shows until next season, I will not be showing a Met logo. I will be having my hat like this, unless it's a polo or something like that. Back here's a Met. And
Crack,
that's what it
it's
goes.
too late for a rally cap. Tell them it's too late for a rally
It's not
cap.
a rally cap. This is a shitty cap. So I don't put. They don't put to the front. They to the back.
All right.
Back of the bus.
Enough
over
of
the
me
bums.
having fun at Josh's expense. I don't want to troll.
Listen, the
on
Yankees,
Josh.
man. Listen, man.
Oh, we're gonna be right. We're gonna be right
on,
behind
man.
them. We're gonna be right behind them out the
This is a
door.
really underachieving year for both New York teams. man.
It's just insane. It's almost literally as if they drove off a cliff after winning, after beating the Yankees. Like, how do you? You can't nosedive harder than that.
I don't know. You know what's crazy? Yeah, we were pretty bad. You know what was really bad too that no one's talking about? The Padres.
Yes. No. That's
that shit-
unbelievably
And with
bad.
that
But
team.
But their pitching, like you can point to a reason why they're so bad.
Their pitching shouldn't be that bad.
I know it shouldn't.
Do you see the pitchers they have?
It shouldn't. I know.
Snell, you Darvish, they got like.
I agree. But they all have been.
Yeah. They've really
underachieved would
really
be the perfect.
bad. But unlike the Mets,
San Francisco surprised them. Nobody expected that.
Unlike the Mets, the Padres still have a chance. They got to just win their freaking games.
Do you think it's unfair? Like, I believe the Yankees are 20 games over 500, but they're considered like inconsistent and kind of bad.
It's been,
but they're 20 games over 500.
Dude, it's been like that in all sports. Look at the NBA.
Yeah.
How the Western Conference, the Eastern Conference has teams that are under 500 making the playoffs. And the Western Conference has almost the whole damn conference is over 500 and can't make the playoffs. So I think that's just all across when it comes to sports.
Crack, I do want to agree that 30 for 30 was excellent.
The Mets 30 for 30?
If anybody listens, though, to ESPN radio,
I don't.
Once in a while I catch Michael K.
I love Michael K. I listen to Michael K.
The dude that works with Michael K. That flips out sometimes. I can't remember his name. Bro, the meltdown that he had though was hilarious because he's like just tired.
Something Grecker?
Yeah, who cares? Irrelevant. The meltdown that he had though because he's just tired.
Dom LeGrecker.
Dom LeGrecker. The meltdown that he had because he's just tired. Yeah, he's a huge Met fan. But he's tired of.
He echoes the same thing I've been saying.
He's tired of like living in the past. He doesn't give a crap about the 30 for 30, even though it was excellent. It was an excellent 30 for 30.
It was well.
But he's just tired of living in 86.
It was well documented, and I like that they didn't hold back.
Yeah, no,
he said
absolutely
the truth.
Not. Yep.
And I also like that the players admitted to it too. Like Keith Hernandez says,
I thought Keith held back a little bit, but I understand why.
Keith said I was a little mad. He said I was a little mad when they traded me from the Cardinals because I wasn't the only one doing that.
His answers were reserved, but you know,
but he's still in the media. He can't really
exactly.
Go crazy.
He's still in the media, and he actually has an actual like solid position as a Mets broadcaster.
Who was the GOAT of that whole thing?
Oh, Lenny Dykstra. Lenny Dykstra all the way. Lenny Dykstra all the way.
Lenny Dykstra was fucked up.
Is extremely entertaining. He always has been.
He was toe up.
Yeah, he definitely was.
He was toe up. I was like, this guy's nuts. He's still living at 86.
The crazy thing is, I honestly don't know how that man is still alive. Like, I've always been a fan of Lenny Dykstra, especially like
he played good with the Phillies too. When he went
yes,
to the Phillies,
exactly.
With the Phillies too.
That really made me respect him even more because I was like, yo, like you knew Lenny Dykstra was good, but he like single-handedly like carried the Phillies, almost won that title. It was nuts.
Oh, yeah, John Kruk on that team too, right?
But I paid attention to his story like along the way and like the battles that he had with, you know, personal financial issues, drug. Like I can't believe this man's still alive. Like it's crazy. It's like the thing that wouldn't die, bro. Doc looking bad, man. And it's
Doc didn't look bad.
No, yeah.
In his interview, he didn't look bad. He looked
bad.
Darryl Strawberry looks amazing, by the way.
Yes,
but now he's like a counselor.
He wavered off, and I think I remember there was an interview, and he talked about like
and I think
Steinbrenner giving him like a stern talk and like this is your last chance.
I think with he found God.
Yeah,
and then changed his life completely. But I think Doc is clean too. I think that was one of the things
he is, but he's still battling demons. You could tell, man. It just doesn't look good, man. I feel bad for Doc.
You know who's high as hell all the time? I don't know how he keeps getting contracts. Michael Irvin be high than a motherfucker.
Oh,
though.
No, absolutely. Yeah,
you can tell.
You know, I shouldn't even say
he be sweating bullets. He looking crazy out there.
Listen, if you ever hung out in somebody's like. Michael Irvin looks like one of the leftover clips in the ashtray. Like, it looks like one of the leftover clips in the ashtray. Like, yeah,
bruh.
I was like, yo, and if you look at him, his eyes always look like they leaning. I'm like, I don't know, but I shouldn't joke around because we don't know. Maybe he's having like personal health issues.
I mean, yeah, you know what? Let me take that. Nah, man, listen, I know a cokehead when I see a cokehead. The fuck out of here. I've been around a lot of them. Nah, I know when I see one. Michael Irvin is high on something. He can be high on life, but he's high on something. That's
what's good, man?
You know who else is high as hell? Francisco Lindor.
Yes. Hold up. We gotta definitely. I'll let you bring that in. Go ahead.
Right. So Francisco Lindor has been
Who signed though? What contract by the way?
340. Hasn't started yet though.
Hasn't started.
So
yet.
in his defense,
Okay.
if he starts playing better, he starts playing good next year, then the money's worth it. So he's still on the Cleveland contract.
Well, I'm not even going there, but I'll let you continue. Go ahead.
Francisco Lindor has came out publicly and is championing the return of Javi Baez.
He's leading the fight for the return of Javier.
He's championing it. He's leading the fight. He's saying he wants Javi back. I'm all for bringing back Javi, right? But for the right price. And I don't think Javi's gonna sign for the right price. So Javi's gonna want that money.
Yeah, I think he's looking at least $200 million.
Yeah, and I don't. And off air we were talking about it. They didn't want to play. They didn't want to pay George Springer that, and George Springer is playoff shown. He's like playoff tested.
It looked like the right decision though right now because he has.
After the All-Star break, he was killing.
Yeah, but he's been on the IL many times. He's always on the IL this year.
But that's the same dude Correa. This is the first year Correa's been healthy. He's freaking always hurt. This is the first year he's been fully healthy. August a contract year. But they didn't want to pay George Springer that, and we needed a center fielder.
I mean, but how are you arguing for somebody?
Shout out to Brandon Nemo, who actually had the one bright spot on the Mets team, very few.
How are you arguing for someone when you're terrible? Oh yeah, absolutely.
So
I just can't understand how you're fighting for somebody when your stats are horrible.
I think you are supposed to be the face of the franchise, when in all reality the face of the franchise is Jacob deGrom.
Well, we know that.
They brought you in.
We know that
to be something that, it's the first year, so I'm not going to count him out yet. But I will say you brought him in, and he has not produced or not lived up to what we thought he was going to be. That doesn't mean that he's not going to. It doesn't mean that. Yeah, of course. Of course, you would put up that freaking.
I have to put up that photo.
Any picture you can put up, you put up that one.
Because
any picture, yes, it's like
first of all, he's a terrible influence on Lindor, and the only reason that nobody's talking about it is because Baez is actually the only one that actually started to get hot.
Because Baez is an all-star.
No, he's not.
He's an all-star.
No, he's not.
An all-star.
He got hot like I said he would, and we'll see how he finishes off the season. Not that it matters.
Right.
Elimination.
I think, like I said, depending on what's going to be in the open market, I think there's other players that can be had. Some for cheaper, some probably for more money. I'm looking at what the Mets need. Now,
at $200 million, you can't.
I don't think I would give him $200.
I don't think you give him anything between 150 and 200.
I think he turns 30 this year. I think he's probably going to want a 6 to 7 year contract.
I think he's going to want an 8-year contract or something stupid.
And I wouldn't be surprised if he asked for that. But he's probably going to get about 6. He's probably going to get something like Springer got. I think Springer got a 4-year deal, 5-year deal.
Who's his agent? This is going to be interesting.
I don't think it's Scott Boras.
I would love to know.
My thing is this. You know what? Let's just talk about the Mets. Period. I'll let you get your rocks off about the Yankees and how you feel so far. Because the Mets. We can wait till the end of the season for you to really,
Well, the Yankees got to make moves too.
Yeah, but let's wait to see if the Yankees make the playoffs. They may make a run. We'll wait. The Mets are over, so I'm just gonna go in on the Mets now because they're over. They've officially been eliminated. I think
he signs.
I'm not against bringing him back. I think he's an excellent talent. It's just got to be for the right price.
Well, I don't think you should be against bringing him back because I still view him as like a Swiss Army knife. Like you can play him at different areas. And I think
he can handle the media too. I think that doesn't, and then that's hard to find when you play in New York. I'm gonna say this:
Can he really handle the media?
I think so.
Well, you know what? Yeah, I shouldn't say that.
I think so.
He had a life learning lesson, right?
You realize that New York is not Chicago.
Yeah, exactly.
That dumb shit ain't gonna rock over here.
Well, it wasn't so much the dumb shit. You don't talk about it and say
all right, so
why?
I want to dissect the whole Mets organization from top to bottom, right? So Cohen, supposedly one of the richest, the richest owner in baseball.
I think he gets a mulligan.
No,
you
no,
can't count
no.
a first year.
I'm not.
First of all, the purchase
hold on,
went through late
let
too.
me finish.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I wasn't going at Cohen. Cohen hires the only person that he trusts in his baseball surroundings. He hires Sandy Alderson, who the Mets got rid of a while back when he was the GM. He brings him back to be the president of the Mets. Not necessarily president of baseball operations, just the president of the Mets. I don't think Sandy...
Sort of a bridge, I believe.
Yeah,
it was supposed to be like a bridge. Like,
and then he wanted to bring someone like Theo Epstein or someone to be the president of baseballs, then the GM, then everybody else. So Sandy Alderson ultimately did not sign up for what he got. So just look from administration point of view. He signs a general manager. The guy is gone before the season even starts because of sexual harassment. The second guy under him takes over. He gets charged with a DUI, leaving Cohen's house, which is, oh my God, like, you got to be. So it starts with the administration part of it. It was terribly run this year. There was no continuity, and then from there it goes to the coaching staff. I like Rojas. I like the coach we have, but I don't think he's ready. I don't think he's major league ready.
Okay.
I don't like the decisions he makes. I know he's a player's coach, but there's a couple things that is iffy. And the biggest thing I want to say, besides the fact that we should have gotten Arenado, the Cardinals are second wild card in the NL. He is an MVP candidate in National League. That was that and they could have traded peanuts to get him. So if they were to re-sign Baez,
I think he's MVP candidate, but he's
definitely not
getting.
I think Bryce is probably going to.
Yeah, Bryce definitely should be getting. He's on fire.
I think
right
Bryce
now.
is going to get MVP, but he's but Lindor's not. There's nobody on the Mets roster that's in any contention for any type of award. I don't even think we have a Gold Glover in our thing.
I think Baez could get comeback player of the year. Is it a comeback player of the year if you just come back from being?
Yeah, I don't know. I could be most improved. I don't think that's because if it's gonna be that, then it would probably be Ohtani, right? Ohtani didn't play.
Oh, I'm sorry. Correct. Ohtani would get comeback player of the year. But I don't even know. There's not even a comeback player.
Vlad
in baseball,
Jr. Vlad Jr. played.
Yeah.
He was mediocre last year. This year he's leading the league.
We're just giving out our own awards here.
The Mets need to blow up the team. Like they need to start trading. I'm gonna explain.
I don't think you can because the farm system is not good enough to blow up the team.
No, you blow up the team, and you get pieces.
Are you willing to wait 5 years?
No,
You're talking about a Houston Astros situation.
I'm not talking about. There's certain players that they should trade. So no one's talking about the elephant in the room. Robinson Cano will be back next year, and they have him for 2 more years. So the old man is going to be back. Where is he going to be? There's no DH. They got to put him at second base, or they got to try to trade him.
Cohen's rich enough, I think.
Buyout.
Yeah.
And already say.
But to be fair, if he looks, you got to at least see what he looks like.
I'm just saying.
You got to see what he looks like.
I'm bringing this up because Cano plays second base. If you're thinking about bringing Baez back, where the fuck are you putting Cano? And that's what's wrong with the Mets. The Mets have a bunch of players that are playing out of position, and this is why they're having terrible years. Jeff McNeil was an all-star 2 years in a row, MLB top 10 second baseman. This year, I believe he was number 5. Last year, I think he was number 7. You have him. Cano's hurt. Now, you're our everyday second baseman. Not only do you take him off a second, you go trade for his replacement and then put him in the outfield. And then you wonder why he's having a career low in his batting average and hits. And you're talking about a 300 hitter since he's been in the league. And he's hitting 2-something. All his numbers are down. Now, baseball's a mental game. I said this about Stanton. Stanton's not hitting because Stanton's DHing. Put Stanton in the outfield, he'll play better. He's in the outfield, he's having his best year as a Yankee so far. Let him get hurt. That's why he's an outfield. He's not a DH. His legs are still good. Let him get hurt.
He's definitely good. I think his first year with us was definitely his.
Well,
best
I mean,
year.
he's been better. So I think they should trade McNeil. I think Dom They should trade Dom. Dom is the first baseman. He's not a left fielder. He's the first baseman. Alonso is a cornerstone piece. He's not going anywhere.
I don't think you could trade Dom. I
I'm just
think
saying-
he's played horrible this year.
Yeah, but I'm saying people can see value in Dom at first. You can't see value in Dom at left field. At first, you can see value in him. So I would trade Dom. JD.
With his offensive numbers, I don't think you see any
but
value
the
in
thing is
him
that-
at all.
But you got to understand the whole Mets in general organization. Everybody's underachieving. Everybody on the Mets have a career lows.
So you
I don't even think that's ever.
You think it's like a Gates curse situation? The minute he
No.
leaves the Mets, he's gonna play better.
I think Dom and McNeil become all stars again. Put them at their natural positions. Put them at their natural. If you want to call a spade, Ahmed Rosario is having a better year than Lindor.
Oh no, absolutely.
Exactly.
But
And there's no pressure. He's
Yeah,
not
there's
having
no
he's not
pressure
having a
for him,
Lindor year,
yeah,
but he's having a better year than Lindor right now if you compare the two.
yeah.
So I those are three names that I would say trade. Familia, if you bring him back, because there's a rumor they might bring him back, he is not worth $1 million. He should get the league minimum. Or you should bring him back.
No,
He,
you
bro,
wildin'.
he is terrible.
Yes,
He's
but
not okay. Listen,
unfortunately,
he's not a middle reliever. He's not a middle reliever.
and he's not a closer.
And he's not a
definitely
closer.
He's a setup man.
He can't be a setup man because he always blows shit. Pause.
Yeah.
So he's $13 million. He got paid $13 million this year. He's getting paid top-notch dollars.
No,
be terrible.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I
So-
actually agree with you. But the only
When
thing
I
I
s-
will say is that in baseball, unfortunately, guys that are like workhorses or that are healthy, he'll get paid just to be an innings eater.
But not with us.
I
Let
don't
him
know.
go.
I disagree.
Let him go.
Who you replacing him
But
with?
it's not, well, you got to see what's in the market. A lot of people are going to be doing different things.
Relievers are not as easy to get anymore.
I'm getting him out of here. Conforto, I send you a qualifying offer. Syndergaard, send you a qualified offer. You reject him.
Syndergaard, I'm disappointed in. I expect
you reject
to see
both.
him back.
And the sad thing about it is that the Mets are actually bringing him back. Like I think this weekend.
I just wanted to look at his numbers because I know he's
Bro,
been choking at times,
Terrible.
but I don't think he's been that.
Anyway,
that,
listen.
You know what? I take it back. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He's got a 1.4 whip, yeah,
Bro,
and
he
almost a
is
4-run.
terrible,
that's
bro.
Pretty bad.
He's
It's pretty
terrible.
Bad. It's pretty bad, man. It's pretty bad.
All right, so I don't want to keep boring everybody talking this Mets shit. Blow it up. Trade JD. You ruined JD. JD was a third baseman. Granted, not really a great third baseman, but he was a third baseman. You try to move to left field, that didn't work. Dom is a first baseman. Try to move to left field, that didn't work. And actually, in Dom's defense, Dom did not play that bad defense at left field. He's not that bad. But because he was so focused on defense, it ruined his bat. Jeff McNeil is sad. Jeff McNeil is a really, really good player. But they try to treat Jeff McNeil like how the Cubs treated Ben Zobrist or Tampa Bay treated Ben Zobrist. That's not Jeff McNeil. Jeff McNeil's a second baseman, and he's actually a pretty good second baseman.
I think a lot of MLB
You
teams
tra-
try to find
you
that
trade-
utility.
You disrespected him during an All-Star year. You trade for Robinson Cano. They blamed that on the last GM Van Wagenen, whatever his name is. They blamed it on him,
Yeah, he was awful.
and they did that
That was
because
a
they wanted
terrible
Edward Diaz, so they took that deal. That was
Every home run that you see,
but he's bad.
Kelnick.
But Kelnick's had a bad year too. So
Yeah, but it's a rookie year.
Yeah,
you
so
could
they-
absorb that.
Yeah.
You still see
Hold on.
some
So-
glimmers of hope in him.
So they disrespected McNeil with that trade. Then they get JD. They said, "All right, we're gonna move McNeil to third base." They trade for JD. Now he can't play third base, so they move him to left field. Cano gets hurt. All right, now we're gonna put you at second base. Granted, he was having a pretty bad year, but he still was playing solid at second. Then they trade for Baez, and they put Villar at third. Now you're going back. It's sad. This is
and
not.
Villar's not an everyday player.
I know, but this is not a Villar, if you want to be technically speaking. This is an all-star. He's been an all-star 2 years in a row. And you treat him like if he's expendable. That's terrible. And I think he's probably going to get the most value. I think you can get value with Dom. I think you get value for all three players. You're not going to get top prospect, elite prospects, but you'll get something for it. And then what you do is, like I said, let Conforto walk, and there's going to be people out there. Nick Castellanos is going to be out there. He plays a solid right field. He also plays third base, which is what you need. Start looking at Byron Buxton. He's looking to get out of his next year's his final year. He's looking to leave the Twins, an elite a center fielder. His bat is up and down, but you have an elite outfield. That means that center field is done. You have a Brandon Nemo, unfortunately, cannot stay healthy, but it's another person that's a corner outfielder, and the Mets are trying to make him into a center fielder. He should be playing left field.
I want to recap this list, though. You think that you can get trade value from which players?
I don't think. I know. You can trade Jeff McNeil, Dom Smith, and J.D. Davis. I didn't say get a top 20 prospect. You can get something for them.
J.D. Davis, McNeil, and
Dom Smith. You can get something for them. They're 1 year removed. You can say whatever you want. This is the same guy that said Baez sucks and Baez is killing. You can get value for them. You can get value for them. Jeff McNeil for sure.
But I know that Baez has flashes where he gets hot.
Dude,
these guys are
Dom Smith last year, believe it or not, was in the MVP talk.
Yes. Guess how I know that? I played him.
But he had a bad year. The Mets as a whole, there's not one Met player that's having a good career year. The only player that had a career year wise was DeGrom, who was having 1 year that nobody ever thought.
I don't even know if you could define that as a career year. He was having a
once in a lifetime.
Yeah, once in a lifetime year.
He's doing that.
Sometimes I like to call it the Pedro year.
Yeah,
the Pedro year because it's just ridiculous.
So he's having one of those years. Brandon Nemo was having a breakout year, and once again he showed that he's Mr. Glass. He gets hurt. The only one that's been okay, and if you look at his best year, rookie year, was Polar Bear, and even he's having a down year from his first year. So if you look at Mets as a whole,
I just disagree because I don't think that you have any trade value.
I think for sure they have trade value.
I don't think they have trade value.
I think for sure.
I think it's gonna be interesting.
You know what's crazy?
I don't think
they got rid of Ahmed, and they got rid of the other shortstop, and Cleveland wanted Dom.
I think the trade value that you see is what the delusional Yankee fans see in Clint Frazier and Miguel Andujar. That trade value is gone also until they show otherwise.
See, that's it. But there's trade value in Glaber. Glaber played like shit.
I don't think there's trade value in Glaber. Well, actually, there is still some trade value in Glaber. However, you would not trade him while the value is this low.
And there's value in Gary Sanchez. He can hit home runs. Doesn't mean he can catch up.
You want to laugh? Gary actually has more trade value than all the guys you named only because of the position he plays.
Yeah, but he can't play. He's like the worst. He might be the worst catcher in baseball. He's defensive wise.
No.
He's up there, bro.
He does make terrible mistakes. However, he throws out a ridiculous amount of runners.
Yeah, he has a cannon and he has a bat, but he's a terrible.
I'm actually curious to see where he ranks defensively as far as WAR.
We've been on this topic for damn near 40 minutes.
Yeah, I know. But
listen,
the car wreck that is the New York Mets. Sometimes it just
they just need they just need to blow it up. I don't think that like I said, I would like Javi back next year. But if we bring Javi back next year, then we definitely have to make some moves trade-wise. I think we got to get rid of those players. I would love to bring Villar back, but I think those three players specifically, they need to go. We fucked them up.
That's fair.
I think we fucked them up. I don't. They're all very young. They're all about to be in their prime, and I think they can be better elsewhere. I just think the Mets fucked them up like they do with most players. Like Jason Isringhausen and a bunch of Scott Kazmir and all these players that leave the Mets, and even though they may not be elite, even though Jason Isringhausen was an elite closer, they become just better. And I think it's just Mets as an organization, they just don't know how to handle it. The Mets act like they're an American League team when they're a National League team. You got a bunch of bats and they try to just throw them in the lineup, and we'll put them in the outfield and see what happens. Let's move on. Let's talk about football. Week 2.
Oh, yes.
Week 2. Clap it up. What a week in football.
Actually, clap.
Congratulations.
Well, you could get a congratulations you could get the congratulations to the New York Giants.
Actually, but Dad, we talked about it. Well,
I know we did talk about it last week, but
Daddy looked good. Well, Daddy looked. He played Thursday. That's why.
The Sunday night game obviously was
Aaron Rodgers. But I told you that. I said I expected Aaron Rodgers to go. No, the Sunday night game was the Ravens game.
Yeah, the Ravens
KC,
game.
You gonna throw it up there?
Yeah. I
had the Ravens winning that game too.
That was absolutely ridiculous. But
that shows the talent that kid has, man. Lamar Jackson, he's very.
You hate when people use the term "must win" in week 2, but the fact that they took a tough loss and were 0-1, you don't really want to start out 0-2 with 2 tough losses. So I felt like that was
a hard way to start the season, though. You go to Vegas, opening night in Vegas.
Yep.
And then you come home to play arguably the best team in the league.
Exactly.
I mean, a team that
absolutely ridiculous.
Your quarterback hasn't beaten in his career.
Wow, was that really the first win against?
That was his first win against KC.
Wow. Okay. All right.
So, yeah.
Wow.
So he great game, great weekend, man. That was a great weekend in football. It was every game was. By the way, I lost $360 because that Minnesota Vikings kicker missed the freaking chip shot.
Were you in a knockout pool? Oh God.
He hits that fucking chip shot. I went 360.
Oh.
So
all right.
You fucking jerk. Exactly. That's how I felt.
Josh was looking at it and he was ready. He was like,
"Tell them to bring me my money."
And then they were like,
"No, actually, to be honest with you, I didn't. I had everybody in my league had they had Kansas City winning.
Okay.
So with Baltimore winning, that would have gave me the edge. That would have given me the edge because then I would have had. I think. So the way we go is who has the most wins. So you pick your teams.
Okay.
And whoever has the most wins gets the pot. So the way we had it, somebody had 2 losses. I had 3 losses. But the tiebreaker was the KC Baltimore game. So I had Baltimore. He had KC. I would have won. We would have both ended up with 2 losses, and then I would have had Baltimore, and I would have won.
So, do you do the red zone?
Hell yeah.
Or do you watch specifically games?
Nah, the red zone is the way to go.
Yeah, facts. I don't. You know what's sad? I used to. I mean, obviously,
the NFL package.
I would just watch my Giants. I would watch my Giants game beginning to end.
After red zone, you can't watch.
Even watch a regular football game now.
You can't.
After red zone, I was like,
the only regular game you watch is
just
Sunday,
injected. I'm like Pookie. I just give me one more hit, man. I just need another hit. I just
Pookie, what's good, baby?
Another hit. Not our Pookie.
That's why I did that.
New Jack City Pookie.
That's why I did that. No, Thursday, Sunday, and Monday are the only Sunday night. And I've said this many times. By Sunday night, I'm all footballed out. I usually don't watch the Sunday night game. Like I watched the first half and I passed out. I found out they won. I found the one in the morning. Because I'm all footballed out. When you watch that 4.5 hour red zone and you're into it.
4.5? It's 7 hours, bro.
I'm sorry,
7 hours.
7 hours of football is like doing a job.
I will say this though. I want to say that I watch it, but I kind of like watch it, but I'm doing stuff while I'm watching it.
Yes, because you're watching stuff, and then he'll say, "All right, the Giants are in the red zone." So, all right, you watch. So you could be doing multiple things, and then you look up.
Yeah.
All right, it's great. I remember my boy Ramon. He had the Sunday package with DirecTV where you have all the games, and it would be like we would be find ourselves looking around trying to see all the games. And it was like,
well, they had the quad box,
yeah,
so you can have the 4 different games.
Yeah, the quad box, but you get caught up in one game, and with the red zone, it's like when they about to score, there you go. You're like, all right, go ahead.
You don't even have to touch the remote.
Nothing.
That's my favorite part.
Nothing.
That's my favorite
No
part.
commercials.
You know what?
Nothing.
Let's clap it up for Scott Hansen.
Oh, I love him.
Scott Hansen is awesome. I think Scott Hansen could run for president. He would get my vote. I mean, is there any more likable white guy than Scott Hansen? I mean, seriously. Red Zone, I think, I don't know. It's just, I can't even envision Red Zone without him. He's actually pretty
I don't know. I mean, they can replace him with anybody. I don't give a shit. I just want. He's good though.
No, you're talking crap.
What
right
about
now.
Thursday?
Scott
All right,
Hansen
so
is great.
this was week 2, week 3's first game Thursday night.
Oh,
Are the Jets not kicking themselves in the culito?
You know what's funny? I saw an interesting take on this, and it started like sending Jet fans down the rabbit hole.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, there's an actual thing known as the Gates curse.
Explain. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I didn't know either. Apparently, after watching Sam Darnold go 3-0, Jet fans were in their feelings, and leave it to the media to just pile on and start to remind people of all the places that Gates leaves or quarterbacks that Gates does not touch.
You mean Adam Gase
or Gase? I'm sorry, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
And
he
they
had
become
he had the guy in the Titans.
successful. Tannehill.
Yeah, Tannehill. Obviously, he has Darnold.
Darnold, correct. Now, what about just the programs themselves? The Dolphins obviously are a much better program now without him.
Well, the Jets we don't know yet.
The Jets we don't know yet.
And listen, I'm not gonna
and their numbers. The numbers are better. Both quarterbacks.
I'm not gonna shit on Zach Wilson. He's a rookie.
But unfortunately, if you leave him in this man's hands,
but he's gone now. He's gone now.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. So I get hit with that.
Robert Saleh. They should be right. Hopefully they get better.
I mean, they brought up I think a college team that he was associated with, and then of course leave it to Twitter to find the more troll. They said that after he graduated from high school, his high school team won the championship. I was like,
wow.
I'm like, damn. I'm like, they were really looking to troll you when they were like, bro, after he left the high school, we won the championship. I'm like, I mean, it doesn't get any worse. And the crazy thing is, I remember, like, he was supposed to get fired immediately, and they still let him rock for another, like, 2 more seasons. Like,
no, not even that. Last season, he actually he messed them up because he was trying to prove a point to himself.
Yeah.
And they won more games than they should have, and they weren't able to get Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
So on top of that, it was like,
congratulations, you played yourself.
Yeah, keeping him as the coach as long as you guys did was
definitely a bad idea. Absolutely bad idea.
Aaron Rodgers bounces back, immediately goes after the media, saying, who gives these clowns a platform? And one of the clowns that he was talking about was Jermichael Finley, who was his former tight end, former Pro Bowl tight end.
Wow, and that was his exact words. It was like, who gives these clowns?
He said, I don't. He was on the Pat McAfee. If you guys don't watch it, Pat McAfee is the former punter or kicker. I think I brought it up last week. Of the Indianapolis Colts. He has a show on YouTube. I think Sirius Radio. I think it's from 12 to 3 every day, 1 to 3. It is one of the most entertaining sports shows there is. AJ Hawk is on there. He talks. He don't give a crap. And then every Tuesday, Aaron Rodgers is there like around 2 o'clock. He talks for about a half hour, 45 minutes. Every like how Michael K has Sam Darnold.
Yeah,
it's like that. So that's what he said. He brought up whatever he brought up.
I mean, but who are these people that are?
Michael Finley.
Like after one poor outing, they're talking smack about one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play the game.
By the way, I have that jersey. Yes. Aaron Rodgers. But we talked about it last week. I said that he's gonna bounce back. He's gonna kill Detroit. He killed Detroit. This week he's playing against the greatest football team of all time. He's not.
What is the schedule looking like this week? I mean, that's actually interesting.
Green Bay plays San Francisco in the Sunday night game.
Green Bay, San Francisco on the Sunday night game.
Yes.
So it's safe to say that your Niners will be catching that L.
Well, we could build a friendly wager on it, just not on the show. We're not wagering
anything
on the show.
The Niners are at home.
We're not wagering anything on the show, and it's our home opener. We can make a friendly wager off air.
Why don't you want to make a bet on air, Josh? Why?
Friendly wager? Because I'm like over this air show.
Oh, I think this is like episode 30, and Josh is 0 and 24.
300. No on-air bets, whatever.
Oh my God!
Next week is the game I want. Next week is probably going to be the most anticipated game of probably the whole season.
Ooh, wait, 2 undefeateds, Bucks and Rams.
I got Rams beating the Bucks.
2 undefeateds.
Rams being
That's
home.
Gonna be interesting.
I think they're gonna put pressure on Tom Brady. I like the Bucks winning that game.
I feel bad for the Lions. They're playing the Ravens. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I feel woof.
Yeah, they're about to be 0-3.
Yeah,
I think the Saints bounce back and beat the Patriots.
If the Jets beat the Broncos, I'm gonna cry. Okay.
Well, Crack is gonna cry. Is Crack's in the room?
I'm gonna cry.
He loves him some Broncos.
I'm gonna cry.
He gonna kill.
If the Jets beat the Broncos, I'm gonna cry. I like seriously. How about, you know what? If I believe we are up against Yes. We're up against the Falcons.
You guys
if
gotta
we
win it.
lose to the Falcons,
It's almost a must win. You know what's great
if
about
we
your
lose to
division?
the Falcons, the next episode I might have to wear a bag on my head.
Oh, I would love that.
Like seriously.
Are you saying that?
0-3
A bag with the eyes cut
against the Falcons?
All right. Well, I'll get the paper back. Listen.
Can we bedazzle it? Because I'm gonna need to save it for Kansas City.
Put a big ass.
I'm gonna need to save it for Kansas City.
When you guys play Kansas City?
October. It's a Monday Night Football.
You
game.
going over there?
Yeah. And I'm gonna need.
When
to
you
start,
leaving?
I
Saturday?
need to start designing the bag.
When are you leaving? Saturday?
Yeah, most likely.
Good, because you better not be leaving Friday. Don't be canceling the show on me.
No. Matter of fact, I might display the bag that episode. I'll have to show the bag that I'm gonna wear in Kansas City.
I think I'm gonna have to order the Pat Mahomes jersey before you.
You know what? You know what, mother?
I gotta get the Pat Mahomes jersey.
Bad
I'm about
idea.
to look right now to see if there's any discounts on it.
You know
I can
what,
wear it for that
Josh?
day. I'm not even lying.
You know what? It's got to be like a blind spot in these cameras somewhere where I can just give you the finger right now. Oh man.
Yeah, I think the Giants. You know what's crazy?
You know, first of all, you got to be a glutton for pain. I'm looking at the schedule, and that's the game I picked. Like I know that there's a high probability we're gonna get destroyed.
And you're going to Kansas City. It's a high probability. It's gonna be freezing out there.
Not in October. I mean, it definitely
Might snow.
It might be a little.
The
Don't
jinx
jinx me, God damn it, Josh! Don't jinx me.
Snow games are cool. I've been to one
I
snow game.
know, but I've been to cold games.
Bring a blanket. Bring a blanket.
Not.
Bring us cold.
I haven't been to anything like the Ice Bowl, anything like dramatic like that.
I wouldn't be there. Then again, if you're there shit faced, it could be freezing. You don't feel nothing.
I think we did
Well, you're
Green
driving.
Bay
Who's going?
in October, and you know what? Now that you say that, at night, at like during the day you were good, bro. At night,
it's a different cold.
That air hit different.
It's a different cold.
That air hit different. Like when people talk about like you feel it in your bones, like you feel it in your bones.
You gotta wear a shit ton of layers.
Yeah.
Like you're not going over there with a Supreme jacket that's thin as fuck. You gotta wear
No,
bad
well,
layers.
first of all, I don't know if you noticed this. I cannot fit a Supreme jacket, Josh. Come on now.
Big and tall. You gotta get big and tall.
He wants me to get my Supreme jacket on Canal.
Yeah, for the Giants. For the
I
Giants.
don't know Supreme make 3X.
The crazy thing about it is if the Giants win and the rest of their division loses, which can easily happen. Washington's playing Buffalo. That could be a loss.
That should be a loss.
Should be a loss. Go down the list.
That should be a
Washington's
loss.
playing Buffalo. Who's the Cowboys?
Ooh, Monday night, a little NFC least
Monday night
rival.
Cowboys are playing Philly.
You got to say it
That's
right,
gonna be-
Josh. Cowgirls. The Cowgirls are playing.
I got Dallas winning that game.
All right.
So that's going to be for first place. But right after that, one of them have to lose. And if Washington loses, the Giants win, they're right back
He's
in
trying to
position.
find the way to make me feel good about hopefully being 1-2.
There'll
Thank
be a
you,
game
Josh.
behind. That is great. There'll be if they win this week.
It's week 3, Josh. Isn't there like 23 games this season?
I thought it was something like that. I like the way Danny Dimes looked last week. I'll give him the name.
Danny
Dimes.
Pennies.
He'll be Danny Dimes for one more week.
He's still Danny Pennies. I'm sorry. He's still Danny Pennies.
All right, I think we're done with football. Oh man.
Matter of fact, you know what it is? He's not even Danny Pennies. He's Danny Copperfit. That's his new name. Danny Copperfit.
Danny No Dimes. All right, basketball. Ben Simmons, the talk of the town. Everything is Ben Simmons right now. Ben Simmons has recently reached out to Philadelphia, and if you're under a rock and don't watch ESPN or don't watch the news, Ben Simmons came and said he will not be reporting to Philadelphia 76ers basketball camp. He's gonna sit it out. He's not. No one. Oh, you want to do that one? We can do that.
Oh,
one.
I'm sorry.
No, do the Ben Simmons one. It doesn't matter. We can do that one too. And there was rumors about a possible trade. So Doc Rivers came on and said that he wants him back. You know, he thinks he can win a championship. Now he's trying to be all, kissy touchy. Ben Simmons. What's his name? Joel Embiid has come out and said they want him back. But Ben, he's out of there, and I don't blame Ben. The way they treated him in the playoffs, he was having a historically bad playoff.
The way the offseason's played out too. Yeah, definitely.
Well, he was having a historically bad playoff run, especially for a player of his caliber, a top 30 all-star almost every year he's been in the league. So
can we call him a top 30 player? Like I get what you're saying because of his ability and his.
no, he was a top. He wasn't. He is a top 30 player. Listen,
I
last
feel like
year,
scorers
dude, last
should
year,
be.
Last year, before the debacle in the playoffs, they turned down a trade for James Harden.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
And because of the talent that he has.
Yeah,
Because of how
yeah.
he played.
We
So,
definitely
I mean,
we spoke about that.
So,
That definitely was a terrible idea.
So Philadelphia, he's not coming back to Philadelphia. He's even threatened to sit out the whole year. Now, unlike baseball or unlike football, there's clauses in their contracts that you have to play. And I believe November 15th, mid-November, he gets half of his salary up front, and then the rest is paid out throughout the year. So if he doesn't show up to camp, I think he's making like 30-something million this year.
Yeah.
He's gonna throw.
So
it.
him saying that he's not showing up. Cap.
He's young enough where I guess he could afford to lose that money. Nike's still paying him.
Nah.
But dude,
Nobody's walking away from
Let-
what. So what? You talking about 15 million up front?
that's what I'm saying.
Nah.
Cap.
That's bullshit.
I think it's more than that. But anyway, so
No. I'm just saying. Like I'm saying
I'm
up
saying-
front. You said
I'm
he
saying,
probably
like,
gets
it's
a
like
lump sum
half.
up front.
No, he gets
Yeah. So
he gets
17,
half
whatever it
his
is,
salary
16. Yeah.
November something, he gets half salary, and then the rest is paid out weekly throughout the year.
Okay. All right. So it's gonna be like 18.5 or whatever. Okay.
Some
All right.
crazy number.
All right. But that's still
But-
so $18.5 million.
But it just shows his ignorance and immaturity. Like, dude, play, show that you still that player that people thought you were. Get your trade value up, and then get out. Go somewhere you want. Get out.
Well, who is this supposed trade for?
So the recent rumors were saying that Philadelphia was interested in trading him to Brooklyn for Kyrie Irving.
So hold on. So they're gonna trade Ben Simmons for Kyrie Irving.
So that was the rumor. Ben Simmons for Kyrie Irving. You see their faces, they're cut out, but you get it. But they would have different jerseys you see there. But KD's not with it. KD's like, nah, we're not trading him. Nah, we're not doing it. Ooh, look
On the fly.
Look at the fanciness.
On the fly, I'm
Moves
gonna
it.
try to get this as best I can.
Oh, leave it like that. Just like that. I'm small. You're big. Pause. Yeah, we got to shout out to Clutch Sports for the picture. Clutch Points for the picture. If Katie didn't oppose this, would you do that trade? Let me give you the ins and outs. Kyrie misses a shit ton of games. Is definitely a head case.
And you technically have 2 point guards on the team right now.
And
Two superstar point guards.
And Ben Simmons, say what you want about him, he's an elite defender, which is something that Kyrie isn't. They have 2 volume shooters in Durant and Harden.
But
Simmons be
you
able to
went
space the
from
floor.
spacing out the floor.
Well, you definitely can still space out the floor.
I don't know if you can still space out the floor.
Because he can penetrate and everybody can stay outside. Remember, the reason that it's not working in Philadelphia is because Joe Embiid is down low. They don't have a big man to be down low, so he can just drive in all day long and just have all the shooters outside, including Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin can hit the 3.
That's tough, man.
Kyrie Irving is my favorite player in the NBA, so I wouldn't trade Kyrie for anyone. So I'm biased, but it may. And you know what's crazy? Kyrie said if I'm traded, I'm going to retire. So if you trade me, I'm retiring.
I think that is also
Cap.
Well, Kyrie makes
You're a liar.
a lot of money in endorsements.
No, I'm not debating
A
that.
lot of money in endorsements.
I'm not debating that. I also know that Kyrie loves basketball.
Yeah,
the
but
passion that he
doesn't
plays
love
with.
he doesn't love the politics
to
of basketball.
yeah, of course, no
And
one
I think he's
does.
stubborn enough
No
to be
one
like,
does.
yeah, fuck it, I'm out.
I don't know.
He reminds me
man.
of I don't know if you
know.
know about wrestling, and I stopped watching wrestling a long time ago, but this is around the time where I stopped watching it. There's a wrestler by the name of CM Punk. Same thing. In the prime of his
I
career,
think didn't controversy really
Yeah.
hurt him?
no, in the prime of his career, he said, "Fuck it, I'm out." And then went into UFC, and I think he's back now. I think he's back in wrestling, maybe like recently.
I mean, he did that though, and I don't think that worked. So I
But I'm saying it usually don't work. It usually doesn't work. They usually end up regretting it. But
Yeah.
it's more of a pride thing. But if I'm Kyrie, right, Granted, you wanted to go to Brooklyn. KD's over there. KD, you're not going anywhere. That's not gonna happen. But they become like instant contenders. They're contenders now. You get Kyrie over there with him and Embiid with the same team.
I hear what you're saying. I
mean, you get to go off.
I just don't see how that trade works because I feel like Ben and KD have similar like frames. I don't see. I feel like that just becomes congested.
I think it works perfectly because.
But KD actually can at least step back and hit the outside shot
because Ben Simmons becomes what is his name?
Draymond Green?
He becomes Draymond Green.
Yeah.
He becomes Draymond Green.
So you trade Kyrie Irving, a superstar point guard, for Draymond Green.
First off, he is 20. He's better than Draymond Green.
No, I'm not saying. What I'm saying is you're trading an elite scorer.
Draymond Green comes down the court, brings the ball down, and he's moving it around while Clay and Curry are running around picks and doing stuff.
Those are. Well, you know what? I'll give you that because Nash will run a similar style offense.
So
I get that.
I can see Harden.
I get that.
I can see Harden getting open shots. I can see Durant getting open shots. And this guy, besides his shooting, which we're in a league now that you have to shoot, he does everything else on an elite level. Besides his shooting, he can't shoot to save his life.
Yeah, I was
about to say. He defends well. He defends. Actually, he's one of the better defenders.
He got a better chance at catching COVID than he does at hitting the three.
He rebounds fantastic. He's a great passer. He won't need to be the leader of the team because you have two leaders already. I think it's a good fit.
I think he definitely gets traded. I don't think this trade happens.
I don't think this
trade
happens. I think he ends up like in Sacramento or something like that. Listen,
they're saying Lillard is now being talked about in trades. How do you
anyway,
how does that trade work? Because you ain't gonna get anything back near the value of Lillard.
The Lillard for Simmons trade, that shit is gone.
No. They're just saying Damian Lillard is now involved in trade talks. Is now being involved in trade talks.
Well, I heard the Knicks are like trying to in trade talks with everybody, but I don't know if they have the actual pieces to get trades done. But I mean, let's see what happens.
They do if people are willing to accept. If people are willing to accept that back, I mean, yeah. You know what? Leave it to the Knicks. They would trade. They'll probably trade Knox and freaking.
Well, Knox ain't shit.
No. I'm just saying the two most recent high value picks would be Knox and
Knox is
and Barrett. They would probably leave it to them to probably trade Knox and Barrett and get Doodoo in return or some old.
They'll trade Randall, their all-star, and fucking Barrett.
Yeah,
and they'll get back Kaka.
Yeah,
I think Barrett is untouchable because I think the Knicks have Zion on their radar, and Zion and Barrett are best friends.
Are we gonna live through a summer of that again? Are we going through that?
I'm just saying.
Decision.
Listen.
Decision.
The Knicks always got their radar. On
everybody. You know what?
You know who they end up getting? They end up getting Noah.
Yep.
Exactly. I remember the summer LeBron. LeBron is coming to New York. Yeah. How did that work out?
I fell for that hype too. And it was.
There's a lot of disgruntled players right now. Zach LaVine is one. Karl Anthony Towns is another one. There's players that are going to be out. Zach LaVine wants an extension. They haven't gotten one yet, so we'll see what happens with that. We were talking about KD. Sports Illustrated had a top 100 NBA players list. And they named KD number 1. Clap it up for KD.
Definitely want to give KD his props. Coming in number 1, that was awesome. And I like the photo too. Looks like the fierce assassin that was out and about in the playoffs. I actually felt bad for him, man. Such an amazing playoff run and just
that big toe.
That big toe. But it was more than that, though, man. Joe Harris, man. You know what? I don't even want to go down that road.
But anyway, that big, if he hits that, if that was a 3-point shot, that would have been arguably a top 3 or 4 shot of all time. Definitely. And a performance.
But do you agree with that number one overall?
Which performance was better? That one in a loss. Was that a better performance than Damian Lillard against Utah? I think it was. Where he just Utah. Where he just could not miss. And I think it was like double overtime.
That's tough.
KD's went to double overtime too, I believe.
Yeah, that's tough. That's why I said that's almost like a toss-up.
Damian Lillard. Who was it? Rivers. Not Doc.
I think based
Doc's
on
son came out
I
and
think
said, "Look,
based on Portland
think
having
Rivers-
a better team at the time, I think you got to give it to KD because
had
James
extra
was
heart.
a shell of himself. He was hurt,
I
and
mean,
there was nobody else.
They both went off in losses. It was
Yeah.
crazy. It was crazy. All right, so let's go over that top 10 list. You tell me if it was anybody that was missing. I know number 10 is Kawhi Leonard.
Let's see here.
So Sports Illustrated. Number 10 is Kawhi Leonard.
See how I could just shrink ourselves here.
Yeah, get us back to the. All right. 10 is Kawhi Leonard. 9 is Anthony Davis. 8 is Joel Embiid. 7 is James Harden. 6 is Luka. 5th is Joker. 4th is Steph.
Whoa, you going too fast. Bring that back.
Joker.
10th. Start with 10th.
All right, Steph. 10th was Kawhi.
I'll accept that.
8th was Anthony Davis. I'm sorry, 9 was Anthony Davis.
How does street clothes make the top 10?
Right. Yeah, it's crazy. 8 is Joel Embiid.
Yeah, I'll accept that.
Harden was 7.
I'll accept that.
Luka is 6.
That's low.
Joker was the MVP this year. Joker had a great year. Joker's 5th.
Okay, I'll respect that.
4th is Steph. 3rd is LeBron. And the two, is Giannis and then Durant. So
I don't want to sound crazy. I think the aged LeBron shouldn't be number 3.
Nah, LeBron's definitely.
Aged LeBron?
Yeah,
We're going off of that. We're not looking at LeBron's year. We're talking about right now.
Yeah, I still think LeBron's a top 5 player, minimally. Yeah, for sure.
Top 5. I'm saying number 3.
Yeah, I think.
I would argue that you could push up.
Luka to be pushed up.
Yeah.
And the only person that I had an issue with as not being in the top 10 was Dame Lillard. Dame Lillard is actually 11th on the list.
Well, first of all, you could flip flop him with street clothes. Street
Yeah.
clothes should not be there.
yeah,
And I know it sounds crazy, but I'm talking about last year.
well, if you if you
Talking about last
talking
year.
about what he did,
Yeah.
and he's injury, he can't stand the court. So yeah, I you know what? I'll agree with you.
Yeah. You could flip flop.
I'll flip Damian Lillard for Anthony Davis, because Anthony Davis as a talent, Anthony Davis is a top 5 player as a talent, but he can't play. He can't stay healthy. If he was healthy last year, the playoffs would have been very, very different. It would have been at least a lot more interesting.
I
So,
think if Booker has a better finals, he might have been sneaking in there somewhere.
I think Trey is like in the top 20 now. He was like
Oh, I think
6
both
or
of them
7.
probably.
No,
Both of them have to be.
They're
in the
definitely
top
both in the
20.
top
Yeah.
20. I think we can probably look. I think Booker was like 15 or 16. And I think Trey was like 17, 18. So you know what? I agree with you. I think that Damian Lillard should be in the top 10 and
Yes.
Anthony Davis should be off the top 10. I
Yep.
agree with you. That I will say that.
Tatum was not on that list. I don't think he's there yet either. I think top 25, just not there yet. Definitely not top 10.
Yeah, I agree.
Kyrie was not on that list.
Kyrie was. I think Kyrie barely made it to the top 20.
That's crazy.
I think CP3 was better. They have CP3 being better than him.
Nah.
They have Trey Young. Yeah,
Cap.
they have Trey Young.
Come on.
They have Trey Young being better than him.
I feel like all right. So in my opinion, that means you're looking past last year because CP3 and LeBron are I would argue are higher slightly than they should be. Slightly. I'm not going to jump out the window and say they shouldn't be where they're at. They're slightly higher than they should be, a couple of spots.
Well,
I think Chris Paul, if he makes the top 25, he's number 25.
all right, so Kyrie's 19, Chris Paul's 18, and Trey Young is 17. So I think Kyrie's better than both of them, but
Well, I think Chris Paul is his better days are behind him. I don't know how he's ahead of Kyrie Irving.
let's see who else is ahead of Kyrie Irving.
Like, are we talking about like is this like a including like I'm trying to think of what this includes. Like, does this include like your SAT scores? Like,
you know. How about this one?
how are we putting?
Look at this
how
list.
are we putting Kyrie Irving
Hold on.
behind a 52-year-old Chris Paul?
Look at this list. They have Rudy Gobert, a man that just blocks shots and rebounds the ball. Right? They have him 21st. I'm just gonna tell you who he's in front of.
Such a defensive presence.
He's in front of Karl Anthony Towns. He's in front of Spider Mitchell.
Karl Anthony Towns is soft.
No, he's in front of Spider Mitchell, his teammate.
All right. That's crazy.
He's in front of Ja Morant.
That you see what I'm saying? That's just bananas.
He's in front of Jaylen Brown.
This has to be like a 3-year average.
He's in front of Zach LaVine.
This has to be a 3-year
Like,
average. It has to
like-
be a 3-year average.
Yeah, get
Has
the
to be a
fuck
3-year
outta here,
average.
this
It
guy
has to
is-
be. MLB does that like top 100, and I think it averages like the past 3 years. It has to be something like that, because that's the only way you could justify a lot of that list. And I think Kyrie missed, and he also had a bad experience in Boston.
I think Kyrie gets a bad rap, but like I said, I'm biased. He's my favorite player. So.
I don't know, man. I that list is sus.
Definitely suspect. All right, let's get away from basketball. I think this is probably gonna be our last sports topic, and then we'll start getting into the fuckery like we always do. Bones Jones, John Bones Jones, was just arrested for domestic violence. I'll tell you right now. John Bones Jones was arrested early Friday morning in Las Vegas on multiple charges. The 34, he has been charged with with battery, domestic violence, and injuring and tampering a vehicle. Ugh. So
Where?
in Vegas.
Okay, I was gonna say, because a lot of times if I hear somebody's arrested, the first thing I want to know is where were these cops from? Because that determines a lot.
So for you guys want to know the definition of battery domestic violence, it's any willful and unlawful touching that is harmful or offensive and is committed against an intimate partner.
So if he yokes somebody up, you don't have to like
you could have pushed
assault
them,
them. You could have just like yoked them up or shake them up a little.
Something like that. Shoved them. Any kind of touching.
That's that old Martin joke. I won't hit a woman, but I'll shake the.
Yep, shake the. You shut up. And then I guess he probably beat up the car, broke the car down. So it seems like he gets more headlines doing some fuck shit than he does actually being in the ring. And he's such a great talent, but he's starting to get old. He's 34 years old. I don't know how many more years he's gonna have of being elite.
This is a tough situation because I feel like MMA, boxing, football players, all that, all those sports where you get that, heavy, impact, right? Those how can I say this without having to say pause? Or just reference CTE, basically, right? Anytime you have to worry about having your head just like smashed many, many times, I feel like those are always the athletes that are constantly in these situations where they just either can't contain themselves or it just lose control.
I think maybe not necessarily with him, but I think because it's such a violent sport that when they're stagnant and they're not fighting or they're not training,
it's like bottled up rage.
Yeah,
it's like bottled up rage.
They do things that they probably shouldn't be doing. But hopefully everything works out with him.
Well, again at this point it's allegedly, right? Because
we don't know what the facts.
Yeah,
but he was arrested. Excuse me. All right. Well, like I said, good luck with him. Hopefully everything works out. Let's get on to some regular news and get away from sports. Android users, which two people in front of you are not, you guys can finally FaceTime us. That means no more house party, no more. What's the other app? No more. Now you don't have to WhatsApp me.
Well,
I think
I think WhatsApp.
No more Google, whatever the hell.
I think WhatsApp is never gonna
WhatsApp
go
is
away.
just junk. My buzz is shit. None of that stuff anymore. Now you can just simply hit a button. You just need to have the iOS operating system 15.
Yeah. So basically, with the latest update, which was iOS 15. Android users and Apple users are finally able to FaceTime each other. I don't know. I'm not. It's not for me to the point where I know like which one of my friends would have an Android. I guess you're aware because of the infamous green bubble.
Yes.
Like. Just from looking at your messages, like, oh God,
it's green. Yep.
Yeah, it's green. All right.
Correct.
And I think for me that's about as far as it goes. But I don't FaceTime much. I mean, those days are like behind me.
Well, I FaceTime often because I speak. I speak to my girls, my daughters.
Yeah, but they have Apple.
But they
devices.
have iPhone. Yeah, we all have. That's what I'm saying. We're definitely.
So
Apple
I don't even think about it like that. I just think about it as a normal phone call.
It's like. Yeah, everybody I know has. Very few people I know have Androids. And don't get me wrong, if you speak to somebody that has an Android, they say the iPhone sucks. You speak to people that have the iPhone, they say the Android sucks. So, listen, whatever you want to get, but now you can FaceTime us, and we don't have to download a different fucking app.
I think they're both. I think they're both amazing. I think it always depends on the ecosystem that you're in. So if you're either an Android user or an Apple user, I think it's irrelevant. I think the devices that you work with besides that phone will make your experience that much more enjoyable.
Yes.
So I don't really care. Like I've actually worked with Androids before. I've just grown accustomed to the Apple ecosystem.
Yeah, you know what's funny? When it's like you really gotta mess with an Android when you've been an iPhone user for so long. I mean, and they're similar, but it's like because you don't recognize like to do certain things, it's like homework. Like you really.
Yeah, but I think you catch on quick. It's like riding a bike. Like the more time you spend, it's like repetitions. You're gonna get the hang of it like really quickly.
And it's funny because I prefer, I guess because of work, I prefer a regular PC to
Windows
to Apple.
Okay, yeah.
So on my device, my phone, I know how to do all the apps on the iPad. But then you get my MacBook, I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay, that's fair.
It's I mean,
but I think it's also because of it's like reps, right? You have thousands of reps at work.
Yeah.
So it's not the same.
Yeah.
And that's why I say too, like at this point now with these devices, it's irrelevant. They really almost are identical. It's just one software is different than the other. Mm-hmm. Like basically that's all it is at this point. And there's more like I know for the Android users that I used to work with, and especially in the tech field, love the ability to customize or do certain things that Apple does not allow.
Yeah, but you see, I like Apple because I like to go to certain sites that you're not really supposed to in my private time, and I ain't got to worry about getting any viruses. So I feel like
oh, really?
So that's what I like it. I got like my private thing. All right, let's move on. TMI.
Listen. Nobody wants to hear about your late night lotion experiences. All right, Josh. All right. Nobody wants to hear about your fleshy tube or what do they call those
fleshlights?
Fleshlights.
Shit. I don't even have lotion. I just you use.
Oh, you raw dog it. Oh,
no,
you dry dog it.
Oh,
that's awful.
What do you call it?
What are you? You're such an animal.
You use the grease that. All right, moving on.
Oh man! All right.
All right, so
I'm getting to learn a lot about Josh.
everybody.
Chris said too much info.
The man that everybody hates, I think unanimously in the world right now, probably should have got the chair, but did not get the chair for whatever legal reasons in that state of Minnesota. Derek Chauvin has officially declared an appeal for his conviction. Let's give a big
Congratulations, you played yourself.
So he filed. I mean, I feel like that was inevitable.
I mean, it's his legal right.
Yeah, I feel like that
file.
was inevitable.
But whoever is he gonna win that fucking appeal?
Is he going to win the appeal?
And what is he trying to accomplish? Like, is he trying to get lesser time? Is he trying to get out?
I mean, first of all, he's absolutely not winning that. Unless he finds some legal leg to stand on.
I wouldn't be surprised if he does.
It's gonna be. Listen, you thought there was hell to pay before the trial. I think this would get extremely ugly, and it would be ugly nationwide.
If he gets released, yeah, that's gonna be crazy. But if he was to get lesser time, I don't know how.
I think he already got off easy.
I think. Listen, I just said I think he should have got the fucking chair. So I don't know, but it's his legal right to appeal. So,
listen, I always say some people deserve to be buried under the jail. He's definitely one of them.
Yeah.
Appeal. I hope he gets hit with the.
No, I hope the judge goes.
You gotta relax.
Yeah, facts. Facts. I mean, it's inevitable. Everyone knew he was going to file that. I think, matter of fact,
like I said, it's his legal right to do it.
When he was sentenced, they already mentioned that they were already planning to appeal. So
because they're gonna say it was biased. They're gonna say that media coverage and outside people they influenced the jury.
Yeah, no, Derek, it wasn't that, Derek. It was the forever infamous video that will never ever be able to leave my brain.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
The fact that people are telling you to stop and you got your hands in your pocket, forcing more pressure, and then, R.I.P. to George Floyd.
I think that's the interesting part, Chris. I believe that he's appealing the amount of time. Is he appealing the amount of time? I honestly, with his attorneys, I wouldn't be surprised. They're going to appeal everything. Anything that they can appeal, which would definitely be the conviction. And, he's Josh pulling up right now. But I'm absolutely certain they're appealing the conviction.
Yeah. He has filed a notice that he will appeal his conviction and sentence.
Yep.
So yeah,
that's what I figured. Yep.
So
two separate appeals most likely, and he's gonna lose both. He's gonna go 0-2.
He has 14 separate issues, including the judge's decision to deny Chauvin's request to move the trial out of Minneapolis because of the pretrial publicity. So I just said that. That's pretty much what I said. He's going to try to use that, saying that the jury was influenced by outer sources, but it is whole. Unless you're going to get tried in like Alaska or tried out of the country, the whole country was watching this trial, man.
Chris, I agree with you. That's the scary part. Chris says that he can win that appeal. That is
this is what I'm telling you.
That's the scary part, man. And I'm just.
I wouldn't be. I don't know if he gets. I don't know if he gets released. I don't think that happened.
I don't.
But I can see his sentence being reduced.
Yeah, that's the scary part, man. I pray for this country because I can see all hell's gonna break loose.
He was sentenced to 22 and a half years,
which I thought was light.
Wait, he was sentenced to 22 and a half years, and he has pleaded non guilty to federal civil rights charges that he also faces. Listen. Even if he gets away with it criminally, for whatever reason, civilly he cannot get away with it, man. He took somebody's life. Civilly, you got to pay.
I think it's gonna be interesting because
your pension belongs to the Floyd family now.
The one court that you usually don't win against is federal court. So when he steps in federal court, Chris, no matter how things go locally, he still got to deal with that federal court. And
is he gonna? What you mean? Is he gonna go to federal court?
he has to go to federal court. That's a civil rights issue too.
Yeah. Oh, the silver. Yeah. We'll see what happens. We'll monitor it, and we'll let you guys. We'll let everybody know. We're talking about somebody that's going through legal issues right now. Everybody knows of the infamous shooting with Megan Thee Stallion. Allegedly, Megan's accused Tory Lanez of shooting her in her foot. It's been
a la Harlem Nights.
Yeah,
Harlem Nights style.
You shot my pinky toe.
You shot my pinky toe.
So this is a great picture, by the way. This is a great. Listen, clap it up for this picture.
I just every time we look at this photo, I just feel like Megan is on top, and Megan is probably strapped up.
Listen, her name is the Stallion.
Yeah,
she looks like a stallion right there.
Oh man, I feel like she mounts Tory.
He looks like a. This is get the joke.
She tells Tory bend over, trick.
He looks like a sugar daddy. Like he's her sugar daddy.
A sugar daddy. He looks like a sugar cube in a drink. Like yo. Like, oh, I mean, it just looks like you remember an image. You remember an image of
his feasting.
What? Nah, I mean, he getting his Dominican swag on.
Crack at man. Crack, you dressed this dude, Crack? What's going on over here?
I feel like you ever see the kids when they're playing with the dolls? Like I feel like Troy's one of like Megan's.
It's
like
a G.I. Joe and a Barbie.
Yeah, like
they were the G.I. Joes.
Yeah, exactly. He's the little G.I. Joe, and Megan is the big giant Barbie. That's funny, yo. Oh man.
Listen, man, he's not. You know,
it's not by choice.
Yeah.
Whatever. Anyway, let's get back to the topic. So Tory recently deleted his Instagram account and his Twitter account, and he said it's been fun, folks, or something like that, and then everything's gone. There's a rumor that he broke his plea agreement for whatever it is, and that's why he's forced to go back to jail. Also, he is currently
the dude can't catch a break, man.
Yeah, he also is currently with Megan in court trying to get a plea agreement done. I don't know the exact details behind it. But the truth is gonna come out real soon.
I mean, it's tough though because
the truth is gonna come out real soon.
I look at it like this. I'm sure, like, if you remember the Chris Brown and Rihanna situation, like, I'm sure.
Yeah, but you know what's crazy with Chris Brown and Rihanna, and I think this is what happens with those cases.
Yeah.
Like, even though she got shot in her foot, it wasn't that much of. I mean, it was a big deal. It's still domestic violence.
It's a domestic issue. But look at her. She looked like she could probably choke slam him.
He had no choice.
She could Dudley him through a table, bro.
It's terrible. But Rihanna's face, her face looked like she looked beaten up, bro.
Yeah, no. Chris wild out. Chris definitely wild out.
So, you know, I don't even like have talking this conversation. I don't even like talking about domestic violence because it's such a slippery slope. You say one thing and it's interpreted wrongly.
But I mean, we're not making fun of the situation. Yeah. We're just talking about this situation. So we're making fun of this photo. That's what we're making fun of. We're making fun of this
like
photo.
Even if you look at it, like her ass is on his belly button. Like he needs a stepping stool to hit. Like
yeah.
They need to switch shoes. Let him wear the heels and she puts on the flats. Like what? Like oh my god!
Actually, I assume that's what was already happening. It's funny that you said that.
Moving on. Well, again, we'll keep you guys posted on what happens with that. Moving on. T.I. and 50 been going back and forth. T.I. has been saying that he wants 50 to do a versus. He says, "I will destroy you." 50, they went back and forth. Actually, 50's producing a show that T.I. will be on, and 50 actually made fun of it a couple months back. 50 has a new show that's it's coming on Stars. It's called the BMF Family. It's about the back mafia people.
It didn't start yet. I thought it started.
It
already.
starts, I believe, either this weekend or next weekend. Or was it? Maybe it started. It might have started. I don't know. It might have started. Just leave us right there, right next to each other, right next to you, Papa, right next to you, Papa.
I'm trying to fix it. There
All
we
right.
go. All right.
So in the release, it didn't start because the release just came out a couple days ago. So in the special release party, T.I. got on the microphone and called out 50 again. Pretty much said, "You don't want the smoke. Let's do this versus. What's up?" Now, we were talking about it last week where this man had the nerve to say that Ja Rule would beat 50 in a versus. I don't agree.
The singing rapper would beat him.
You're,
And 50 and Busta would beat him too. You ain't even respond to that message I sent you, by the way, because that was case and point right there.
I look. You sent me a lot of shit.
I sent you.
I said
Busta performed a little mini
oh yeah, of course,
set at the
he killed that.
VMAs.
No,
He
but listen,
absolutely
listen,
destroyed
listen.
it.
I didn't say that 50 would be Busta. You can go back to the video footage.
All right.
I said 50 and Busta will be a lot closer
Cap.
than you think. That's what I
You're
said.
a liar.
We're gonna review the videotape, man. We got the videotape. We'll review it.
Cap.
All right, who's winning this battle?
No.
If it ever happens,
yeah,
which
it's-
is again for the same reasons last time.
I love
50 is not
Ti.
gonna- 50
I love Ti, but no, I'm sorry.
50 is not gonna do
I'm sorry.
anything that has to do
Although
with Ciroc or anything like
this
that.
won't be as one. Ti got some bangers. It's I mean, that may be the Northeast in me or the New York in me talking. The South might you
you
feel
said
otherwise
T.I. don't have a chance, but you gave Ja. You said Ja Rule would kill 50.
because it's not on the same level. Ja has
T.I. what? T.I. got more hits than Ja.
no, he doesn't. Nah, you bugging. Come on now,
Oh,
stop
my
it.
God.
Stop
T.I.
it
got
right
hits.
now. Did you
Hey,
just
hey,
say
hey.
that right now,
You're a good girl. Hey.
bro?
You got hits,
He don't got more hits.
bro. Timberlake.
What does that mean? Congratulations. What does that mean? They 50 got a
T.I.
song with
got-
Justin Timberlake too. Who cares,
T.I. got hits, bro.
bro?
T.I. killed
Stop it.
T.I. killed Ja Rule.
Stop it.
T.I. killed
Stop
Ja Rule.
it.
You gassed because of Ja Rule.
Stop it.
You gassed because what you saw with Ja Rule.
No.
Whack.
No,
Ja Rule's dirt.
before that versus happened, I said it was not fair. It's not you.
Everybody
can't
knew
go
that
up
Ja Rule was going to beat him. Fat Joe. We're not going to get into that again.
No. But I'm saying there's not a lot of rappers that could go up against him because of the number of Billboard smashes.
I don't mean nothing.
Listen,
Jada and the
if
Lock
it didn't mean
showed,
anything,
Jada and the Lock showed that don't mean nothing. It's what you have.
no. You can't compare those
Jada,
two.
the
That
Lox
is not the same.
killed Dipset with freestyles.
That is not the same. That is not the
They
same.
killed Dipset with freestyles.
That is not the same.
You're wrong.
That is not the same.
You're wrong. So
One is a pop rapper. Those two groups were legendary hip hop groups. Ja is a pop rapper. You cannot compare the two. It's different.
Ja's gonna be Jadakiss too, right?
Ja's gonna beat Jadakiss.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's a pop rapper. He's gonna be Jada.
how many women are in the building? It really depends on how many women are in the building, bro. Like you don't understand. I'm trying to tell you
So then Josh should go against LL Cool
because
J.
this is what you're not
So Josh
factoring
goes against LL Cool
into.
J?
Hold on, you're not factoring this in. Ja's performance was actually very good, also.
It was.
And that's what I'm trying to tell you. Not only does he have the hits, he actually put on a great show too.
I'm off this topic. So we got 50 beating T.I.
Yes, I think 50
Blowout.
definitely beats him.
If it's 20,
I don't think it's a blowout, but I think it's I would say 65 35.
All right. I think he beats two. All right. In an interview, let me see. Where is this? Birdman recently had an interview. What was the interview? Let's give credit what credit is due.
Yo, they said Tory looked like a black Mark Anthony right there. That was funny. Crack, that was funny.
Yo, Crack, man, you let you dress, Tory. Get out of here, bro. Y'all dress the same. Dominicans.
Oh man.
Okay, on the Big Facts podcast. The Big Facts podcast. Birdman was recently on the Big Facts podcast, and he talked about why he kissed Lil Wayne. He said because Lil Wayne was like a son to him, and because where they came from, you never knew if you were gonna die or not. I don't really want to get into that. What I do want to get into.
Wait. So his justification was, you never know when you're gonna die, so I'm gonna kiss you on the mouth.
He kissed him on the mouth because he considered him his son, and he kisses his children on the mouths, and whatever. But
like my blood son, and even that has outgrown. My son is 10 years old. That doesn't go down. I'll take a kiss on the cheek for my son.
Hold on.
I'm not taking a kiss on the mouth for my son.
I didn't want to talk about that. I still don't want to talk about the kissing thing. What I did want to talk about is during this interview.
No, I only said it because you saying that he defended it.
No, he didn't defend it. He just he said why he did it. They asked him why he did it, and he just gave an answer.
All right.
Whether you accept his answer or not, that's what he said. But what stood out to me throughout this interview, again, this was on the Big Facts podcast. You guys can check it out yourself. He said that he has more money, or I'm paraphrasing, than Jay-Z and Diddy.
Cap.
And that this is now I'm reading verbatim. When Universal gave me my bag, when Universal gave me a bag, brother, I can honestly say I gave Lil Wayne, about $400-500 million. Drake got about $500 million, and Nicki got about $300-400 million out of my pocket. He said, no cap.
Wait.
You don't believe me? He says, you don't believe me?
$500 million.
Hold up. You don't believe me? Ask dumb.
Cap.
So I'm just gonna say the numbers. Lil Wayne about $400-500 million. Let's just round that off to 450. Drake 500 and Nicki 300-400. So let's give it 350. So 350 plus 450 is 800. 800.
He was the richest record label in the world.
Much, he gave $1.5 billion away to 3 artists.
Wow.
Stop it.
Birdman's
You're a
net
liar.
worth, according to Forbes, is 125 million.
That's crazy in itself.
I mean, still.
On a side note, I saw a graphic that said R. Kelly's net worth is negative $2 million.
Yeah.
How can you have a negative net worth?
He's in
I didn't
debt.
even know that was possible when you search. Yeah, I know, but when you search somebody's net worth, I didn't even know they could show a negative. Yeah, I was like,
wow.
That's crazy. I didn't want to throw you off there, but that was burned in my head. I was like, yo, how you got a negative net worth?
He can't make any music. He can't even.
Yeah,
do
I know. He can't. I know, man. I know.
He's done. So even if he gets out of jail, he's done. He's gonna have to
step.
Hopefully he got
side to side.
Hopefully he got his masters.
Oh man, which I believe he does. Even if he does,
hopefully he got his masters.
Even if he does, I hope. I mean, I believe they can fly, but still, I don't know. Hopefully,
his money is flying out his pocket.
Negative $2 million.
Oh my god! All right, and now if it couldn't get any worse for the Cuomo family.
Oh man.
So former governor, Mr. Cuomo, Andrew Cuomo?
Yes, Andrew Cuomo.
Andrew Cuomo was pretty much was forced to resign.
No. I'm sorry.
Andrew Cuomo's his father, I think.
Yes.
Governor Cuomo. What is his name? Now you make
the brother. This is the brother.
No, but I want to talk about him. The first governor.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That was Andrew Cuomo. Yeah, so Andrew Cuomo was forced to resign due to sexual harassment charges brought up by multiple women. And now it has just been brought up that his brother, CNN correspondent Chris Cuomo, sexually harassed someone, used his power to make change. I was Chris Cuomo's boss at ABC News nearly 2 decades ago. I am a regular viewer of CNN today. I've long watched how he communicates on camera and witnessed at times how he behaved behind the scenes. This year, as he escaped accountability for advising his brother during sexual, 2 moments crystallized for me how Mr. Cuomo performs. All right, I don't want to read the whole thing. Blah blah blah. Blah. Whatever. I'm trying to get to what he said. What he said, his brother.
Our connection is choppy. I just want to give you a heads up. It's acting up again. Damn it, Optimum.
Oh well. Well, anyway, I'm curious to know what did he do? What did he do? What is his the sexual harassment? I'm trying to find it. What exactly did he do? If I can find it, I'll bring it up. He sexually harassed her at a party in 2005. A veteran TV news executive says Chris Cuomo grabbed her, squeezed her butt in a 2005 party.
Wait, did it say accidentally?
No,
or?
he squeezed her butt.
He squeezed it. Okay.
I'm trying to see what's her name.
He was probably feeling himself.
Okay.
Man, I feel like
her name is
you
Shelly.
can't make any mistakes these days.
Her
Like
name
not
is-
like no mistakes.
Her name is
at all.
Shelly Ross. Let's see if I find a picture of Shelly Ross.
Oh man, don't do it. Don't do it, because if it looks anything like the let me. I'm just gonna stop myself right there.
I'm gonna send you a picture of Shelly Ross.
Nope, not gonna do
so
it.
you can put it up.
Not gonna do
Please,
it.
So you can put it
Not
up.
gonna do it. Come on, man. The last one looked like Rasputia.
You gotta put it
I
up.
don't wanna-
You gotta put it up. You gotta put it up. I'm trying to find one. Okay, this is one.
Rasputia.
This. Put this up. Put this up because we need the people that are watching
To understand
to see
the
now these guys.
yeah, but we don't know if the Henny was in the system or not.
Look, I hear you.
So-
And it was a party, but I just sent it to you. These gentlemen come from a wealthy family, and they're decent-looking men, and the women that are making these allegations are not, let's just say, they're not that appeasing to the eyes. She's not a bad-looking woman.
That's not bad.
She's not a bad looking.
That's
This is Shelly Ross. She's the
Actually-
one. She said that he gave her a hug, and when he gave her a hug, he reached down and squeezed her butt. That's definitely inappropriate.
I think the Henny might have been in the
Yeah,
system.
it's at a party.
I think
It's definitely-
the Henny might have been in the system. He was wilding. He was wilding. He was definitely wilding.
2005. And now
Wow, that was a long time ago
We're
though.
talking
You see what I'm saying?
17
Like I feel like come
years
on,
ago,
man.
dude, right? That's
Come on, man.
2005. Yeah, like
Come on, son.
That's
Like-
16 years ago. Like,
Bro. I'm not saying like don't twist what I'm like feeling or thinking right now to think that I'm saying it's right. What I'm saying is like everybody, literally everybody has a moment where they're like, bro, maybe I shouldn't have did that. Like, are we literally going like nobody's perfect? And it's so ironic that I'm having to say this right now because I literally explained this all day today at work. About the reliability of media sources.
Dude.
If media sources are not 100% perfect, right? And these are the people that we trust, the New York Times, all these special, news outlets. How can we be expected to be perfect?
And the thing is, we live in different times. People are being punished. So 16 years ago, the man was 35 years old. Okay? I granted, he's not in his 20s. And it was different times. It was different time. Is it inappropriate?
Yeah,
Clearly it's
it
inappropriate.
definitely is.
Clearly it's inappropriate.
I'm not saying it's
But
right,
you- I mean, like,
but it's like, bro, like how many times are people like the one thing I hate
you said
is
it.
when somebody
She said at a
a
party.
tweet. Somebody
she said
lose-
at a party.
Yeah, yeah.
Now I'm sorry. At a party, things happen that you especially like you said, if the Henny's if you're
Yeah.
drinking and things happen.
You're probably gonna do something you shouldn't have done, or you may
so
regret or want to apologize for later, right?
What she should have done, which I don't know if she did do, and I didn't keep reading the article. I just wanted to know what happened when she was speaking for.
Well, we can't. We gotta be careful there. We can't say what she should have done because that's wrong too.
No, but no. Okay, what women should do in general, you should address that shit to them. If a man is
that's like a gray area though. Josh.
No, but if a man is drunk and he does something to you, right, and he doesn't remember that drunk, but you should tell him, yesterday you had, I don't know if you had too many things to drink, but you touched me and I didn't feel that was appropriate.
I didn't feel comfortable or appropriate.
Like you should, like I don't think you should have done that.
The thing
now, granted,
with,
you know what? Before I speak, I don't know if
not everyone has the comfortability to have that conversation. So I understand that while in hindsight seems like a good idea, I also understand that not everyone can handle that situation like that.
So he told her.
Yo, Crack, you messed up.
Right, so she was.
She looked like a busted Terry Hatcher.
She wasn't his boss.
Terry Hatcher's fly.
Yeah, she wasn't his boss.
Don't even compare.
She wasn't his boss. She's not that fly now. She wasn't his boss. So she left. So he goes, I can do this now because you're no longer my boss. She wrote, no, you can't. Push his hands off while stepping back and revealing her husband was behind her. Cuomo sent an email shortly afterwards saying he was ashamed. This is what
he acknowledged
This is
it.
what I'm.
Yeah.
No, but this is just.
He acknowledged it.
This is the shit that I'm talking about. Like this is what makes things foul.
Yeah. Yeah. Acknowledged it, apologized, and still.
And now you okay.
So it's like that Kevin Hart situation.
Yeah, you
where
can
he's
never
paying
get away
for the
from
same
it, bro.
crime.
You can
again
never.
and
Yeah,
again
you know
and
what?
again.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Shelly. You're lousy. You're a lousy person. You're lousy. There was no need for you to bring this up because he did it.
Well, how do we know that she brought it up though?
She's the one talking about it.
No, she's talking about it, but we don't know if somebody approached her.
Shelley Ross said in an opinion piece in the New York Times on Friday.
Okay.
She brought it up.
All right.
So this is the thing.
So again, it's a situation where you
never accepted his apology. So you should have said. Cuomo sent an email, said, I am ashamed. Then he mentioned a celebrity who had been arrested for similar behavior recently and apologized to both Ross and her husband. So Cuomo again said, this is Cuomo now.
Like double jeopardy.
Cuomo said it happened 16 years ago in a public setting when she was a top exec at ABC. I apologized to her then, and I meant it. And he's talking about it now. 16 years ago it happened. This is the thing. This is what's fucked up in this world. If I apologize and you accept my apology, it's not with a clause. It's like, I accept it, but I'm gonna get you later on. What? Like, why are you even talking about this? He apologized to you and his husband. He clearly was out of line. So now he has to get castrated? Now he has to pay for it for the rest of his life? He came out and apologized as an adult man and apologized to your husband, which is what you're supposed to do? Granted, in the neighborhoods we come from, you grope somebody's wife, you might get punched, you might get assaulted.
Facts.
But, that's an executive. They're different. They're in a different space. Even though I can still see it happening,
It just goes to show the loose. No,
but that shows
party time.
Exactly. That shows that he probably had a moment
when the Henny's in the
Yes,
system.
and then the next day he formally apologized, wrote to her. Yeah. You don't bring this.
This
can't
get more. This can't get more.
I hope they don't kick him off.
This can't get more Wonder Bread sliced white toast.
I hope they don't kick him off his show.
No,
I hope he don't get backlash for this.
No,
because the man apologized.
That's ridiculous. Because
the man apologized. The man clearly knew he was wrong.
Not only that, it's something. It's almost like I can't stand also when people get dirt thrown on them for like high school tweets. Like, really, bro?
And I'm sorry. Like, you 30-something years old. You're single. You drinking. You're at a party. You know, some people.
No.
Some people get loose.
It's not okay.
I'm not making.
Not okay.
I'm not making an excuse.
We're not at Gus Lounge,
Right.
Josh.
But how many times you go? I mean, there's jerks. There's jerks there, and they do stupid things.
Yes.
He clearly acted like one of them, but he manned up. He manned up to it and said, "Listen, I did it. Apologize." And I thought we were moving on. 16 years later, you bring it up, and you bring it up. You bring it up when that family is really down. His brother just lost his seat.
So kick him while he's down.
You kicking the family while they're down. Like that's just a lousy. That's a lousy move by that young lady. Well, she's not a young lady, but that woman. It's a lousy move. All right.
You said that's a lousy move by that California raisin.
Yeah, whatever that she is.
California raisin.
All right. Let's get. We got a couple more things to talk about.
Oh, I'm terrible.
Let's talk about this one. I found this to be absolutely hilarious. A Tennessee boy shoots his mom in her sleep after she takes his iPhone away from him.
That, you know what? It sounds crazy, but that might be
Put
me.
the picture up of this.
That might be
this
me,
lunatic.
Josh. I think my son might eventually
Yeah.
shoot me one day for taking
Sean
away
Willis.
his iPad.
Sean Willis, seven. This happened back in April of last year. Sean Willis, 17 years old at the time, allegedly shot his mother, Sandy, with a handgun she kept in her nightstand while she was sleeping. Willis allegedly confessed to taking the gun into a different room to load it without waking his mother before going back into her bedroom and shooting her at close range while she slept. They charged the now he's being charged with he's being charged as an adult for first-degree murder.
I'm not gonna lie, I might be on this list soon. If my son had a choice right now, he'd probably shoot me because he's on punishment. I took his iPad away.
That's not even.
So that would be Baby Ice's photo right now.
That's not even funny.
This is a mugshot right now.
That's not funny, dude.
I'm not laughing. You see me laughing, Josh?
That's the sick shit of this world.
That little fucker's gonna take me out.
This guy.
He's gonna take me out.
He loaded the gun up in a different room so she wouldn't hear it, and then he shot her sleep.
He thought he was playing Roblox, man.
This guy's
happens, bro. Happens, man.
What's this crazy kid's name? Sean Willis.
He looks like a little. Oh man, he looks like a little Columbine kid, right?
Sean Willis.
Actually, since we're on the topic of sick white individuals, we should jump to that other.
Oh yeah! All right, next topic.
We should jump to the other sick white.
Next
individual.
topic. Like we're on a roll, right? Talking about the white breasts and the nuts.
Oh man!
Show that wonderful picture of that other crazy.
These
lunatic.
white people be bugging. These white people be bugging.
Show him Jonah Barrett Lesko. Jonah Barrett Lesko recently escaped.
Oh man!
Escaped jail.
Oh,
he escaped jail. And let me read it. He was missing from the recreational yard where he had been alone for some time before he escaped. Surveillance footage shows him climbing over the wall, then using a hole in the fence area to get over it. Police track him about 25 miles in the river after receiving a phone call about a suspected escaped inmate running in the water half naked. He had shed his jumpsuit. By the time they saw him, he was just in his boxers. And that's how they got him. But that's not when we brought this up. We brought this up because Mr. Jonah was in jail for sexually assaulting a horse.
Bruh. Wow.
I mean, when you say that,
he was caught on
and
camera
then you look at this
having
photo,
sex with a horse in the nighttime. He was in jail for animal cruelty.
he broke out because he missed his little filly.
The thing is that
They
eventually dismissed the charges, but after having sex with the horse, he robbed the place. So he was in jail for robbery and animal cruelty. So he robbed the place and fucked the horse.
I mean,
Yo, he looks like a horse.
Yeah,
fucker.
he does. He does look like a horse fucker. If you like looked up the definition of somebody that has sex with horses, this picture, I mean, does not surprise me at all. It really doesn't surprise me at all. He looks like pent up, frustrated, backed up. He hasn't had a release in a while.
Crazy shit.
Yeah, he looks like a wild dude, bro.
My God.
He looks like a wild dude. I mean, I don't even know.
Yo.
I just wow, man.
Hey, yo, who man's is this?
Yeah, whose man is this?
Yo.
For real?
Get this guy's face the fuck off the screen.
I'm like, yo, bro.
The tail,
Oh, man,
the tail
bro.
was smacking him in his chest. Like,
Oh wait.
S&M.
You gotta show though. Like
the
when he
first when they caught him?
when he got caught.
Look at how this jerk looked.
When he got caught,
Look how
man.
this jerk was in the water. You can't make this up,
Oh
man.
man,
You
bro.
can't make this up.
Look, and then the cop knew that he had sex with horses. He doesn't even want to touch him. He's like, I'm not touching that dude, bro.
This guy's a nasty bastard.
Yeah, I'm not touching this.
All right. Before we end the show, ladies and gentlemen, we are almost into the official start date.
We just got into the 30s now.
Right? So we almost are in the official start date. I believe this is draft time for cuffing season.
Oh yes, yes,
right?
yes,
And
yes.
this is draft time for
Yes.
cuffing season.
We're currently in the
Right?
draft.
So-
hopefully the
According-
draft has been going well for everyone.
So hopefully, you met somebody in the summer. You're doing your thing.
Let me slide this over a
according
little
to
bit.
Tinder, I think that's actually perfect right now. According to Tinder, your scouting
go.
starts at the end of the summer, around August 1st, 31st. Right now, you were still drafting.
I'm gonna disagree there with Tinder. Nobody's scouting in August. Everybody's still wilding out.
Well, scouting, you're still looking at stuff you could possibly do it.
Nah. Everybody's looking to fuck a horse like that guy. Everybody's looking to fuck a horse in August like that guy.
It's not my choice.
And I'm gonna disagree there.
Well, either way,
I'm gonna say scouting / draft is happening in September. So the first 2 weeks you're probably scouting and drafting.
I'm gonna say this. This whole thing whoever came up with it is brilliant.
It's
But
hilarious.
the
though.
championship game.
No, you're skipping too far. You
fantastic.
can't. You're skipping too far.
I'm just saying
You're
the
skipping
championship
too
game.
far.
The championship game is fantastic. That date is hilarious.
I'm gonna also disagree. Like the tryouts that start in October, times move too fast now. I think tryouts and the preseason are both in October, because if you think about November, you're talking about like Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
That person is probably coming to the family dinner.
Yeah. No, Thanksgiving might be the break. Like, you know how you have the bye week?
The
The bye week might be Thanksgiving. Around that time might be the break.
Everybody goes there. Go to your
Yeah.
neutral corner.
And then-
Everybody goes to their
and
neutral
then you
corner.
come back into the season, and if you're still with that person for Christmas or New Year's, yeah, you're officially in cuffing season. And then the playoffs, because New Year's is over. Now you're like, damn, do I still want to deal with this person after they were acting like a drunk asshole? And then the championship is Valentine's Day. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it does make sense, because the playoffs after the holidays, if it's still a thing, there's definitely the playoffs. But yes, that championship game, that championship game.
In my heyday, I broke up a lot of people in February.
you dirty dog.
Deadass. I broke up with a lot of people in February.
Oh man.
Just because I didn't want to get them anything for Valentine's Day.
What about is it the 15th?
I
steak and
hate steak and BJ, right?
steak and BJ.
It's March something. It's March something.
Oh, March. All
Yeah.
right. I'm wrong.
Yeah,
Okay.
March. Trust me. I think many
We don't want to
people-
skip. We don't want to skip too far ahead, but we wanted to focus on cuffing season. Make sure everybody's draft is going well. Good luck to all those prospects out there trying to get drafted. We know times are rough, especially during COVID.
March 14th is steak and
March 14th is steak and BJ Day. Okay, all right. But that's a ways to go. First, you got to try to at least make
That's
the
the
playoffs.
parade.
If you fail,
that's the parade.
If you
You know,
no
the championship-
no steak and BJ.
That's the championship
no,
parade.
Remember, steak and BJ is the ones that did not make it to the championship game. That would be the side dishes, my friend. The mac and cheese. All right. Those are the ones that could not make it to the
Oh my
championship
God!
game.
Yo, you know what's funny? We're talking about this, and I still can't get that guy's face out my head, bro.
Why are you thinking about the horse cock, bro? What's wrong with you, man? The horse fucker.
Yo, that face is hilarious. Yo, dude.
Yeah, it was. Oh,
that
it
face
was.
hilarious.
It was. Hold on, wait. I gotta bring it back up.
They didn't make a basket.
You gotta bring it back up.
Yo, dude.
Hopefully, you guys are not drafting this right here. If you're drafting this, man, you're in trouble, man.
Right. Oh, guys.
Oh man.
If you are in cuffing season, good luck.
Yes, facts. Hopefully your draft goes well.
We're about to get the hell up out of here.
Hopefully you had a good pick in the draft.
We did 2 hours?
Well, it was probably a shoddy 2 hours. It's going to be spotty. We definitely had some drop frames.
Did we miss anything?
It definitely got chopped up. But at least we have the recording. That should be decent.
Did we miss anything? I don't think we missed anything. I think we got...
Probably, but there's always next week.
Yep. All right, guys. Same time, which is
same
whatever
bat
the fuck time we start.
Yeah, exactly. We're still not on like a set schedule yet.
Whatever time we start.
I don't know if we mentioned this before, but we work.
Yes.
We work.
This is, and we're doing this for fun as hell. I hope you guys have fun with us. Today I was like totally off the mic down here, so I'm probably sounding terrible.
The camera was also a little like.
Well, at least, Lalu, at least I'm glowing. This is the first time I've been glowing.
But we're also exhausted because I know you're definitely had a long week. You're tired. I know I'm tired. It happens. Things happen.
But either way,
listen, it could be worse. You could be Tory Lanez.
On that note,
you could be Tory Lanez. All right.
What up, Brooklyn? Pookie, what's good, baby?
Yeah.
No!
We will see you next week, guys.
Boniets!
Wow.
Stay off the weed.
I want all the smoke.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?